With less than 200 days left until the release of Cities Skylines 2, I've taken some time to go back through everything I've done so far in this game. The countless cities built over thousands of hours I've put into Cities Skylines, and I've had a realization: I have never built my hometown. I have never taken the time to make a map that I want, lay out the roads that I want, and rebuild Hampton Roads in my own perfected urbanist image. So, after months of map work and months of asset collecting, I can finally complete my final project. And I can finally, confidently welcome you all to Channel Harbor. Channel Harbor takes inspiration and cues from Hampton Roads, the metro area covering the southeast corner of Virginia. Hampton Roads has a population of over 1.7 million residents as is home of the Mid-Atlantic Fleet. It's made up of Virginia Beach, as represented by Venture Beach, Norfolk, represented by Cutter, Chesapeake, represented by Clarebon, Portsmouth, represented by Marehead, Suffolk, represented by Southton, Hampton by Bridgeport, and Newport News by Port Hamilton. We're starting off with the city I'm most familiar with, Venture Beach. Being it's my hometown, we're starting off with it first. The Virginia Beach oceanfront is a massive development with dozens of hotels, restaurants, apartments, and very expensive condos. It's fronted by a wide boardwalk, bike path, a shared bus road, and has many, many historic homes that haven't been bulldozed to build more high-density housing. We're starting out with laying the foundations of the resort district. For the most part, the oceanfront is made up of grid blocks, but that quickly breaks down the further you get away from the beach. This will by no means be a one-to-one recreation of the real-life counterparts of Channel Harbor, more like a GTA-style reimagining of it. Cities Skylines 1 maps are nowhere near as large enough to make a copy of everything to scale. I plan on building Venture Beach's oceanfront as similar as possible to existing conditions. As we develop the city more and more in the future, as well as the metro area as a whole, we'll revisit areas, redevelop property, and add things that the city has always deserved on a whole, like a light rail. The gameplay you're seeing was recorded on a live stream on my Twitch channel. This lasts up until about the 8-minute mark. Most of this series will be recorded off-stream to save my sanity pre-planning specific builds and the city layout as a whole. This city uses a ton of custom assets. I'm working on getting a collection set up, however Steam and I apparently don't like each other. That will happen at some point. Whenever it is, the link of course will be in the description of these videos. Right now I'm setting up the final rounds of city services and utilities before starting zoning. As much as this city is going to be based on a specific image and a specific final end goal of building out the rest of the metro area, I still want it to be a functioning City Skylines city. Since this is our last project, or at least my last project in City Skylines 1, I want it to be the antithesis of everything that I've learned while playing this game, and everything that I have gained as skills going into this new era of starting City Skylines 2, which theoretically should be a lot better as far as we've seen so far from the dev diaries. Right now you're seeing the first growth of our residential development. Most of the homes here at the oceanfront will be these denser detached homes. Farther to the north and to the west will be larger homes and mansions. Scattered through this neighborhood should be a handful of duplexes and fourplexes. I will have to go back and recheck that. There will not be any missing middles on my watch, especially in my reimagining of this city. The commercial development you're seeing is mostly these older 1900s brick wall-to-wall assets. However, these are more of a placeholder until we come back and do some more specific detailing for the commercial areas. This arterial I'm making right now acts as one of the first stroads we're building here in Venture Beach. In real life, pretty much every arterial and collector is a stroad in Virginia Beach. It's linking up to this highway in this instance, which is the only one that Venture Beach will have, just the one cutting east to west. Representative of 264, in real life, Virginia Beach only has the one highway linking to the rest of the network. The industrial area right here next to the highway is entirely temporary just to get the city started off. Venture Beach will mainly be fueled by agricultural to the south and imports from the port and rail, which we'll build at some point. This interchange is a little special. Being as it's right next to the end of the highway, it implies that you're not going to hop on the highway just for it to end a quarter mile afterwards. In the top left corner of the video, since this was live streamed, you can see the real life counterpart of this interchange from a Google Maps image of Birdneck Road. That's the interchange with 264. Right as I decide to get rid of the industrial district that we'd made temporarily by making one to the south, this happens. I just don't really care. Oh, fuck off. What are you complaining about? What is having an issue? What is having an issue? Something is... What the hell is pissed off? What is pissed off? Is it these? Something is angry. I don't know what it is, but something's angry. That's right, errors. I eventually realized that building themes was an outdated mod that absolutely no one used anymore, and that was causing all my issues. So I swapped to District Style Plus and kept right on going. This time, not live stream anymore. The development I'm working on right now is the north end of the resort district. Away from the hustle and bustle of the busy tourist beach, there are million-dollar homes as far as the eye can see. This is an extremely NIMBY area. Literally past 40th Street, there are almost no commercial development until the national park. Though some of these neighborhoods have golf courses weaving between the houses, I'm leaving space for them now. We'll come back to them at some time in the future when I have assets for them. For the west side of this neighborhood, I'm deploying the mid-century content pack. These homes are gorgeous and fit in with the beachy waterfront atmosphere of this area. As we wait for the residential growables to kick in, I'm building up the first high-density project in this city. This is a wrap-style apartment block with nice urban-looking apartments on one side and an ugly parking garage flanking the backside. These are extremely popular in the resort district, as the promise of public parking is the only thing locals care about when approving these developments. Being a NIMBY community, developments like this rarely are approved for fears of low property values and traffic concerns. This specific development was part of a master planned revitalization of this whole area of the oceanfront. In the real world, this is the only phase of the project that was actually finished. We, however, are going to finish the entire thing at some point. Right now, I'm just finishing out this first part so we can finish the area. Now we're starting on some of the foundations of the dozens of oceanfront resorts on the boardwalk. This was just a first test run for me, looking at some of the assets I have and deciding which ones fit the overall style I'm going with. If you have any suggestions for 70s or 80s style hotels, it'd be greatly appreciated for this area. The main hotel I put down first is probably the best looking asset that I want to represent a modern reinterpretation of Virginia Beach. The assets I'm placing down otherwise in this are mostly modern condo buildings, which I'm trying to make work with a beach style. I don't have much to work with as older buildings that fit in the same area. There are certainly not nearly as many modern buildings at the Virginia Beach oceanfront, but right now I'm working with what I've got. I apologize for this first episode being all over the place. I was trying to hit a few key areas and getting the initial vibes down for the city, but if you enjoy what you saw and want to see more, there are more episodes coming soon. I do have stuff pre-recorded already, I'm just working through editing it right now. And as always, enjoy some cinematics in the end of the video.